Kelly and I both gave up drugs and alcohol using the 12-step recovery program, which promotes complete abstinence. We believe it has saved our lives. There is just one rehabilitation center in England that uses the same program for teenagers. I've decided to head to Kensington to pay them a visit and find out what kind of drugs children are using and how they're getting them. So I've just arrived, and it's kind of strange, you know. Part of me is very glad I'm not getting checked in right now, you know. I can remember when I was getting checked in, I was just very, scared and angry and just off at everyone. But, I'm not today. Hey.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
How you doing, Ian?
My name's Ian. Welcome to PROMIS.
All right.
Come on inside, we'll look after you today.
At the PROMIS Center, they use the 12-step program to help teenagers overcome all kinds of addiction, from overeating to drugs.
Hey!
Rowdy bunch.
We're a minute ago.
So what was everyone's first experience with drugs?
I first tried weed, I think, when I was about 12. But by that point, drinking was already a problem for me. It had been for a couple of years.
When I was about 11 and a half, I started to smoke dope about once a week, and I was drinking about 4 times a week. And it was like something I did on the weekend, which turned to something which I do, at lunch times, with my friends. Then one day they were like, oh, we've met this guy and he's going to sell us something else, so we'll try that. So I was like, okay, and so I tried crack, and I liked it, and I did it a few times. Yeah, I ended up doing that once a week, I was smoking dope, then having a bit of crack, then now and again. And before I knew it, I took an overdose, which knocked me out. My mum found out about me taking an overdose because my school found out about it, and then I ended up here.
Mine was when I was 14. I was offered cocaine, and really liked it from the first time, and then carried on using it all the time after that. I was using 15 lines a day after 6 months later.
Do you guys think it was relatively easy to get hold of drugs in school?
Yeah. I mean, I know a few people at my school who were kicked out for drug dealing. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, it is really easy to get hold of drugs, and it's mainly people around our age, teenagers, who are doing it, especially at schools. It's easy to pass it on.
The situation worries me, but I'm glad these kids are learning to stay clean. I've been so much happier since I gave up my addiction to drugs just over a year ago.
Jack.
Yes. What's this?
In the spirit of 12-step fellowships, we present people who attain 1 year of recovery with a birthday cake.
Oh, wow, thank you very much.
So you have 1 candle.
Cheers. Well, I hope you've learned as much as I have from this journey. Listening to other people's stories really helped me remain sober. I'm so happy now that I'm clean. I never want to go back to those dark days of drug addiction. I just wish I'd understood the dangers before I'd ever had that first spliff. What advice do you think you could give to any teenagers about to do drugs or who's on drugs?
I'm one of those people that believes in experiencing things in life, and I don't want to die saying I never did this. But when it comes to drugs, you're really not missing out on anything, except for the only thing you gain from it is a headache and a whole load of shit. Well, all I can say to people is, do what you want, but if you play, you pay. And you might think it's great now, but later on down the line, you're gonna be in hell. And it's just not worth it.